Let's begin with, whether we know it or not, we are now beginning to step into the new world. And if you get anything else from this video, I want you to pay attention to these three things. 1, detoxification. 2, unmasking. 3, unraveling, and I will get to all of those. For all intents and purposes of this video, this is for entertainment purposes only, and about events, this is about alleged events, so we get that out of the way. And yes, if I seem a bit under the weather to you, this is me, raw, unplugged, in the middle of a Venus conjunct Pluto, over that Aquarian line, and I am really feeling that planetary grind today. Yeah. The other thing that I would like to say is I would like to give you a trigger warning. So if you like your spirituality demure and inside the box, that is not me. That is not here. You might want to keep moving. But if you like spiritual irreverence, if you like it a little risque, a little bit emotional, we've got that here for you today. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I woke in a great deal of pain and from the conjunct, knew that was going on, was very aware, and a song going off in my head from Imagine Dragons that was playing the reel. Welcome to the new world, da 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 da. Tried to look it up, couldn't find the exact song, but it just keeps playing. So we're officially in the new world, even though it doesn't look like it, even though events have not happened yet. We are walking in the new space as if our bodies are already feeling that impact and taking that on. We are in that new space. As far as our bodies are concerned, everything has already happened. We're within that 4 to 7 day range of just things are happening. So if you are feeling things in your body where you're like, oh, I'm feeling a bit cranked. Yes, it's the conjunct, but it might also be some other things. You need to pay attention to that. My spirit team never has me get in the bathtub first thing out of the gate in the morning. I literally rolled out of bed, went right into the bathtub, put salt, my lavender essential oils, heated it up as much as I could, my basalt stones, and they were in there having me detox. We have no idea the toxic levels of energies we have been having to carry because of the T-Man. All those energies we have been having to carry and all the people he has riled up, all those energies we have been having to carry, even though we wall it off, even though we unplug, even though we ignore it. We have been carrying this stuff blatantly since about 2007. Wasn't that when he started that whole birther thing with Obama? So this has been going on a very long time. This is down in our cellular code at this point. And from what I could tell from my body and what's beginning to happen, the exfoliation is already beginning to happen, people. And do not get caught in the lag time. Start your detox process now. Liquids, bath time, Wi-Fi off, outdoors in nature, clearing this stuff, because I have a feeling that when the unraveling and the unmasking really gets to rolling, there's going to be so much detoxing coming out of our bodies, it could make us sick, especially if you are a highly sensitive soul. So please start now. Start your detoxification process now. Your body is already doing it. Then from there, Spirit Team has me brew up my cup of tea, beginning to get ready to go out in the yard. We're just like right around twilight, beginning to move into real light. My dog's out there with me, and she's been growling and huffing and puffing at something for the last couple of days, and I haven't been able to catch a line of sight on it. We caught a line of sight on it today. It was a raccoon. It was definitely a raccoon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have lived here for 3 years. I live in the wildlife. I see all kinds of wildlife. I'm interacting with the elemental villages and the wildlife. I have never once seen a raccoon. What shows up today? A raccoon running around in the yard, going up in the trees. Now, what's really interesting is Peanut chased this raccoon out of the yard, and did the raccoon run off? No. Raccoon went up a tree to be able to talk with me. So we made eye contact. I had some energetic connection. And if you're into the totems, you know, raccoon is all about the mask. What's behind the mask? And there was a feeling coming from this raccoon of like, I have shown up to give you the message today of the great unmasking and the great revealing. So there's our number 2. We've got detoxes number 1, unmasking number 2. Had wildlife show up to give me that message. And I'm like, thank you very much, raccoon. I'm kind of like teetering on the edge and need my cup of tea, need my meditation. Had a nice interaction there. Okay, got Peanut back inside, got everything calmed down. Then, this is a little indelicate. Oh, this is so indelicate. Then, you know, I'm getting my comfy chair out there. I'm getting my blankies. I got my candles. I got my cup of tea. Like it's my ritual in the morning. So I'm going out and the light's really coming up, and it's fairly clear, blue sky, but there's some skiffs of clouds. And I look up and I shit you not, there is this great big old phallic cloud looking like the biggest dick in the sky I have ever seen. Oh my God, yeah. So I'm thinking, like, in my head, like the Justin Timberlake song, you know, the Christmas present wrapped of like dick in a box, if you guys have ever seen that one. And I'm thinking about like dick in the sky. I know, really crass. And I'm looking at it. As I'm looking at it, it's like, yeah, that's definitely a phallic symbol. And as I'm looking at it, it begins to poof, dissipate. And to me, is that not the symbolism of the toxic patriarchy dissolving? Like they've always been hanging over us in the sky, boom, 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 and it's just gonna dissipate. So take that for what you will. I mean, that is like really crass spiritual humor, but hey, we're gonna run with that one, right? So now, third part about the unraveling. Let's get to the unraveling. So I get settled down into my chair, and spirit team, they are just peeling off the layers of these messages like new world, unraveling, unmasking, life-changing, everything. And they did say that today's Saturday. I'm recording this today, Saturday, on what is that, January the 19th, right around 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's still going to be quiet. Like I'm tuning in, and it's like, oh my God, are we going to hear anything today? And it still does not. I'm like, oh my God, still don't, still nothing that we're really going to hear. But folks, Spirit Team has been saying to me for several days, they're like, Dana, when it starts happening all at once. Folks, when this begins, it's like all hell is going to break loose. That's what I know so far. But as far as the unraveling is concerned, and I'm being given the go-ahead, the green light to give you this, the last 2 days, Spirit Team has been telling me that the Mr. T-Man, like he's gone. And there is so much death energy in the air around him. Like I find it very interesting that the inauguration, this man who loves huge crowds, the inauguration is getting moved indoors. I mean, I literally saw a TikTok of workers folding up chairs, and that really hit me, and that impacted along with the death thing, the death card. So there's been a lot of messaging from Spirit Team on Trump being no longer. And I can hear right now from Spirit Team, they're like, that's all part of the unraveling. Now, what Spirit Team has been letting me know, and what I will let you know, is that once this train gets to rolling, it is going to unravel out of the control of everybody who's been trying to control information, what's going on behind the scenes. Like, I've been told things about like a four-sided coup. Like we're going to be seeing things that we're not going to be able to make sense of for a while. Like this thing is it's going to hit, and it's going to begin to unravel so fast. And I think that's why we're going to see those two waves come along. So you all need to be prepared for that. I know everybody is focused in on like the whole Trump Kamala thing. And I'm like, folks, this is huge. This is life-altering. This is global as far as I'm concerned. This is the veil getting pulled back and everything getting revealed behind the scenes, kind of like what's happening for us Americans on Red Note. We're having all these conversations with these lovely Chinese people, and we're finding out just how shitty things are here. They've got low to no cost on education. Most everybody has a home. Homelessness is below 1%. Groceries here are 7 times the rate of what they are in China. And the list goes on and on and on. We know, I guess the big joke right now is that Americans are living in a third world country and don't know it, but they've got their Gucci belt. That's kind of what's going on here. So we have a huge unraveling of the unmasking to really see who's doing all of this so that we can begin to make the changes that we need to make so that we can get our lives back and really live good lives here in America. Yeah, message this morning, a little bit messy because my energy is a little bit low and it's a little bit swirly right now because we're headed into the eye of the storm. I don't know about you, but I think you can probably feel it. I can probably feel it. I think we're down to the last few hours of this calm before the storm. And I do want to add one last note here. If you're someone who's going, but Dana, tell us, is it Trump or is it Kamala? You're not getting the message. I saw some commentary and threads going on about people splicing my vocabulary. Like, oh, she's never said that before. I wonder what that means. La, la, la. If you are doing that, if you're still on the teeter-totter of the Trump-Kamala thing, and if you're trying to splice out my vocabulary, you need to be checking in and tuning in on managing your own emotional energies inside of your own bodies. You've got triggers going on. What you're trying to do, you're trying to figure out the outcome so you can emotionally align with it. It's not working like that anymore. It's not working like that. You need to be managing your emotions so that no matter what happens, you are ready. And if you don't know how to do that, you need to be doing my Get 5D Prepared video practice. You need to be doing that. And you need to be doing my Managing Your Triggers video. It's in my link tree. Go get those and do those because we're not doing that anymore. What you are hinging yourself on is 1950s predictive fortune telling. That was when we had a 3D baseline. It was very linear. It was low vibrational. It was not multidimensional. It was very easy to predict things. You are still trying to do that. We are now living in multidimensional soup with multiple timelines going on, and the psychics working on doing the predictive stuff. This is one of the most challenging predictive environments to psychically read in, okay? So that's why we're getting all these different signals flying around, and that's why you need to get very grounded and stationary in your own inner emotional work, because I guarantee you the waves we're going to be riding over the next couple of weeks that are going to seem like insanity, you're going to need that inner work to help get you through, because there's going to be so many different things and so many different mixed signals and so many people saying so many things, and you're going to need to shut it off, walk away, and do your inner work. That's your job. That is your job. All right, so that's what I've got for you today. Remember, detox, unmasking, unraveling. Those are the energetic and emotional things that we need to be ready to work with and ride through, especially what I'm hearing from Spirit Team over the next week. And then as far as messages directly from them, let me just kind of tune in. Yeah, they just basically want you to know they are with us. They are riding this wave with us, so we are not alone. We totally can connect in with them, reach out with them. They are walking this path with us into the new space. Well, I will see you in the next video. Either still staying here on TikTok, definitely on YouTube, and experimenting a little bit on Red Note, and I am also on Substack. So I will see you on any of those channels. Make it a good one.